Greetings, greetings. Sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. Today is day 27 of 30 days of intentional relaxation. So we're exploring the simple practice of deep breathing. We're already breathing anyway. It's totally free. No gurus, no religion is required. So we want to see what could happen just from implementing the practice of being very intentional around our breathing. So we're doing that as a start to set the tone for the day in the early day. So shout out to the early risers. You're welcome because this is just a short blip in the day to revisit this in the afternoon, perhaps before you have your afternoon meal, or even before you go to rest in the evening, just to reset and come back into your body. We come and we wake up in the early day when it's nice and quiet, and we can be very clear and have clear instruction from our own onboard intelligence, and we may be motivated to clean, to fast, to create. But by the time all the noise starts, and we start interacting with other egos and all kinds of messages are giving us lots of triggers, we can easily lose our focus, our groundedness, and our motivation to get into action around what we say is important to us. So what do you have to lose? Breathing is free. You want to see if it makes a difference in your mood. Mindless eating, if you can be more aware, if you can be more aware of your triggers, and if you can avoid going down the hypnotic rabbit hole of inaction and complacency and being lethargic, or even feeling like you are stuck, right? Because that can be something almost imperceptible that we can get into and hard to get out. By the same token, once you get motivated and you get moving and you get preparing your food, it's a train. It's like a boulder, so it can go to either polarity. So what do we have to lose by breathing, right? So you're welcome to find like a comfortable position where you can keep your spine nice and upright, and you're welcome to put a yoga block underneath your glutes if your hips are very tight, so you can open your hips. And if you just look at your clavicle, you can use that also as a marker to retract your shoulders, and be mindful of keeping a lot of space between your ear and also your shoulder, so you have a lot of blood flow and a lot of oxygen going to your brain. So we're paying attention to the cadence and the rhythm of our breath, being mindful that the lungs are down here. So if we can just have the visual, you can stretch that muscle of using the brain to visualize the lungs expanding and filling with air, and then exhaling gently to release air, noticing if our inhale and our exhale are breathing, and we are actually breathing intentionally. And then at some point, the more you relax, you will kind of like, how can I say, like settle into your breath, and it won't have to be as intentional. It becomes, how can I say, it becomes very soft. But the whole point is to relax, right? Your eyes can be closed or open. You're welcome to place your hands in any kind of position that feels comfortable. You can place them on your knees, palms up, and also listen to what feels intuitive to your body. So that being said, sometimes you may even have sounds that come out that are very intuitive and natural to you, that you just notice how your body relaxes. What does that look like for you? All right, here we go. So, uh, how does that feel? Do you feel a little more relaxed? I know the more relaxed I become, it's interesting. I feel like I can start to notice my thoughts, almost like it's interesting. I'm breathing, and it's like I can almost become aware of my thoughts, almost like a picture being played on a screen, like in my mind. So it's very interesting. No mukajuk required, just like a noticing, just a noticing. Can is there some way that we can neutralize um, stress, right? And how we are approaching the stressful things and events. There are stresses that are going to come in life, but can we make the conscious effort to cultivate a habit in terms of how we are responding to so much this, can we count how much is dumped into our subconscious? Are we aware? It's astounding how much more than libraries, so much thoughts and images and sounds and perceptions and mental processing is going on inside of this brain, the mental activity. So it's like having a whole bunch of clutter, clothes, receipts. Is there any way that we can manage and organize it so we have some space, um, so we have some space left for imagination, for creativity? It's so much stuff that's in the brain. Sometimes if you walk past the mirror during the day, your face might even be screwed up, right? In a screw face as you're processing, like you're out here on a 3D plane, but this stuff is going on at the same time. Like the disk operating system is processing so much stuff and it pops out in our behavior. So, what's the best that we can do? What's accessible to us? What do we have access to that doesn't cost us anything? Um, it just is going to require that we get into alignment and explore something different than the way we've been doing things. So, this is day 27. I would love to hear if it's been making a difference for you. Intentionally breathing and relaxing. Again, I invite you to create support for yourself. So I found support. Support works, creating support for myself. If that's people, and that's very few, or mostly tools that I will use, like relaxing sounds and scents, but there's also some intelligence that we're born with that doesn't require anything. This is a good time perhaps to write a couple of words or a couple of sentences in a journal, or or to ask a question of your own onboard divine innate intelligence that you were born with, that doesn't need a middleman or a middle woman. This practice can also help and assist you to cultivate a trust in that intelligence. It's a lot of different parts of our psyche, right? We come out of school not really understanding our psyche, while marketing companies and folks trying to sell us stuff do understand how to elicit different behaviors. But managing and transmuting, um, not sound, I don't want to sound esoteric, but managing our energy, so that we have something left for our motivation, and feeling calm and grounded is really, really important to our health. And it's already on board. So, with that, I'm inviting you to create a great day on purpose because you said so. And again, we are extending, in the process of extending, abundance, rest, and reset for those folks that are embarking on incorporating more whole, fresh, unprocessed plant foods as a lifestyle. So, I'm sharing a lot of what has been useful to me, with the intention of helping and assisting folks to shorten their learning curve. It doesn't have to take you 20 or 30 years to um, find ways to eat in a way that's sustainable and satiating, as well as cultivating a movement practice from your own home. And way before this whole situation was happening, that is a gold standard of self care. All right, see you all soon.